Hey guys, What's the 5 here with episode number 10 of the Leicester career mode on FIFA 23. This episode, we wrap it up. We finally wrap up the league title. You might say that's a spoiler. You saw the league table in the previous episode. You saw how many points clear we were. We were on 80 points already. So, we're going to continue forward in the similar fashion, winning games by 3, 4, 5, 6 goals. We're going to wrap up the league as I said. And next episode, because we wrap it up with so many games left, next episode is going to be us simulating the remaining games, looking at the squad, breaking down the stats, looking at the other leagues and whatnot. Just a roundup of the season. And then for Thursday's episode, that will be our first episode back in the Premier League, ready to go with probably a transfer window. Majority of the episode, maybe 1 or 2 Premier League games. But yeah, we're back in the Premier League. I think you knew that from a few episodes ago, just based off the results of those games. And overall, this squad has been brilliant. It's been way too good for this league. But again, we'll talk about that next episode. Right now, we will talk about... what should we talk about? We'll talk about the current Leicester team in real life. Because Maddison looks set to be joining, well, most likely be joining Spurs. But Spurs today have received a €70 million plus add-ons for Harry Kane from Bayern Munich, which is insane. Because if I'm Harry Kane, I know maybe this sounds silly, but if I'm Harry Kane, I want to stay in the Premier League and I want to break Shearer's record because he can do it. He is so close to doing it. I'd say another 2, maybe 3 seasons, and he's done it. I mean, another season like last season, he can do it. With someone like Maddison helping him creatively, he'll just score more and more and more goals. Harry Kane, for me, is the greatest striker the Premier League has ever seen. He's creative. He can drop deep and ping balls across the field. He proved last season when Son and Kulusevski maybe weren't the best, he can carry a team. It's just that trophy. That is the only reason people don't judge Harry Kane as being one of the best strikers of all time, because he's not got a trophy. But he doesn't need the trophy, in my opinion, when he's doing the stuff he is doing. He won the Playmaker and the Golden Boot in the same season, a couple of seasons ago. He would have won the Golden Boot this season. He came second place with 30 odd goals. He would have won it if Erling Haaland wasn't just that little bit better. You put Kane in the City team, I do think he scores maybe just as much as Haaland. Maybe not quite as much because he does like to drop deep, but then that would leave space for the wingers to get more goals. So it would, I think it would improve City maybe. But yeah, to go to Bayern Munich right now, I think he's turning 30 this year maybe, or he's 29 right now. So I don't know if he's just turned 29 or he's going to turn 30 this year. He's got 1 year left on his contract. 70 million plus add-ons, euros that is. It's a good deal for him, but it's whether he accepts to go to Bayern Munich, where he will win trophies. He'll win a bunch of trophies, but he won't break Shearer's record. What would you rather have? For me personally, Shearer's record. Shearer's record all day long, because that is not getting broken for a very, very, very long time. I don't see Haaland staying at City long enough to break that record. I don't really see any other strikers right now scoring however many goals it is to catch up with Kane. It would have to be a new striker coming onto the scene, staying at their team for 10 odd years like Harry Kane did, and consistently scoring goals. Not getting injured the most. Obviously, Kane has a few injuries here and there, but staying consistently fit and scoring goals, I don't see that record getting broken for a very, very long time. People win leagues. You know, Anderson from that Man United team, he has however many, 4 league titles, something like that, you know. Is he the best midfielder ever? No. Kane, he breaks that record, he'll be one of the best strikers ever. Like, he will go down as one of the best strikers ever. I already think he is the best striker in the world. I already think he is one of the best strikers in the world already. You know, he's Spurs' top goal scorer, he's England's top goal scorer. A few seasons, if he does stay in the league, he will be the league top goal scorer. And yeah, that's just my thoughts on Kane. I know I was talking about the Leicester squad and then Maddison fought me with Spurs, but yeah, I would stay at Spurs under Ange. Hopefully Son is back this season. You get Maddison in. Kulusevski, hopefully he performs better this season as well. I mean, you see the amount of goals that Ange Postecoglou's Celtic teams scored these past few years. Yeah, I know it's Celtic in the Scottish League, but still, he creates teams that score goals. And should Kane want to get that record, which, as I said, I'd stick with Spurs right now, and stay there. Obviously, there's other options for Bayern Munich. You could go for Osimhen. You could go other routes. Steal a Dortmund striker like you'd love to do. But yeah, that's the major transfer right now. And as well as that, Declan Rice has had offers from Arsenal and Man City rejected. And I've seen a lot of conversations about Declan Rice saying, you know, would he want to fight for his space in the City team? Would he displace Rodri? No. Would he displace other players in that team? Would he be the Gundogan role? I think he'd maybe be pretty good in that because he's got a good pass on him, he's got dribbling, and he's got a finish on him as well. Does Declan Rice? So maybe that Gundogan role he could fill in. Or he could go to Arsenal, replace Thomas Partey in that Arsenal team. Maybe not win a trophy every season, but he would be a guaranteed starter. And obviously, it's a difficult one. Because Arsenal were so close to winning the league last season, because they are just about there. They're just that one missing ingredient away from competing at the very top. Could Declan Rice be that man? I think he could. I think he's, again, very similar. One of the best midfielders in the Premier League. I'd put him up there as one of the best. But yeah, if he joined that City team, it's over for everyone else in the league. It is so incredibly over. Yeah, this season, I would put Man City, again, favourites for everything. They'll go back-to-back in the Champions League unless they do a major slip-up and injuries start to occur. But yeah, that is my thoughts on that. Because we come back to Leicester and we can see we have clinched the league title. A victory away to Swansea has done that for us. We're not going to lift it because we are at the Liberty Stadium. We're not going to be lifting it in front of these Welsh fans. We're going to bring it back to Leicester, lift it in front of our own fans, and deservedly so. You know, they've come down to the Championship with us. We've shown them an incredible act of attacking football, and we move on to the final game we're going to play this season. All the other games will be simulated in the next episode, as I said. And we have to think about that man right there, Fabio Carvalho. Will we bring him back? What budget will we have for next season? It's all very important stuff to think about. But the final game of this season is going to be against Birmingham. And you might have noticed there, Jota was back in the previous game against Swansea. He played 45 minutes there. And Buendia is back for this one here against Birmingham. We missed about a month and a bit of football between them. But Gula, Oscar came into the team, continued the fine form, and we have played some really good football without them actually, but obviously we play better with them, you know, and we're going to see that here as Jota scores the first goal after his comeback from one of them did their ankle and one of them did their shoulder. I can't remember which way around it was. I think it was Buendia that fractured his shoulder or something like that. But we're 2-0 up here against Birmingham. We're cruising. a lovely free kick from, I think it's Hannibal, the Manchester United player on loan. Scores a lovely free kick, but he makes it 2-1. But again, this game was never in doubt. We were always in control in this game. We never looked like losing. And thankfully, Fabio Carvalho, Mr. Clutch, scores once again. He regains that 2-goal lead for ourselves. And the game does end as a 3-1 victory to us, seeing us lift that championship trophy in front of our fans. And I'm going to leave you with the celebrations. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Hope you guys have enjoyed this season. See you tomorrow for a recap and the final few games. If you guys have enjoyed though, please like, subscribe, and peace.